Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I have a different video for you. It's some of my favorite books. I had many requests to film a video about what are my favorite books. I love reading and I always loved reading since I was in high school. I always have a book on my bedside table to read, or I have it like on my phone. Generally, I love reading. Today I'm talking you some of my favorite books, not all of them, because I have like a ton and I've read a ton. Let's start straight away. Mwah. The first one I've got is from Sally Hughes and called Pretty Honest. This book is like a beauty book, but made it simple. I would recommend this book to anyone who's interested in beauty, from the girl that starts now that they're like 13, 14 to the makeup artist, because Sally explains everything with like a funny way. It makes it all simple and it's not boring, it's not complicated, it's very simple, it's very straight to the point, which I really like, and it's funny as well. It has also beautiful images. The makeup of Sally's been done in some of these photos by Mary Greenwell, which is an amazing makeup artist. It includes like your basic kit, what you need to know for beauty, from your skincare, from the perfect red lip, from the smoky eye, hair removal. If you're interested in beauty and makeup, highly recommend Pretty Honest. It's very good, pretty honestly. Next one I've got, it's like a coffee table beauty book, and it's my recent purchase, Your Beauty Mark by Theta. It has beautiful photos of Theta. One thing I loved about this book, guys, it's like how empowering it is to women, and it's just like how the title says, Your Beauty Mark. It's about making your own beauty mark. Not try to follow trends, and if that doesn't suit you, if that it's not you. So how do you make your own beauty mark and embrace it and embrace your uniqueness and go ahead and do whatever you want, because makeup is about self-expression, and it shouldn't be complicated, it should be fun. I love that it's very glamorous, it's very vintage, like biography as well, how she started and everything, how she does her perfect cat eye, the lip, and it talks a lot about skincare as well, beauty products, powders, foundation and all that sort, like SPF and hair removal again and everything. But it's just I don't know, it just has that glamour, that vintage, and beautiful photography as well. And I love how empowering it is. And it's like a coffee table book, beautiful pictures, but you learn something as well. If you're interested in beauty and in vintage glamour, old Hollywood makeup, this is for you. It's just a breath of fresh air. Well done, Theta. I really enjoyed that. Jane Fonda, My Life So Far. And I really like Jane Fonda, of course, as an actress. I'm not really big on reading celebrity biographies, but I don't know, it was something captivating about this book. It says, in this beautiful written memoir, Jane Fonda holds a mirror up to her own life and lets us see or reflect there. With honesty, she addresses her tragic relationship with her mother and her tortured one with her father, her lovers and husbands, from Roger Van Diem to Ted Turner, her search for identity and her controversial political beliefs. Here Jane describes her life from her young age, childhood, and her relationship with her parents. And then you see her like teenage years and all the struggle as the teenagers have, and through her career and her movies and her love life and her relationships, and then trying to find herself, sort of who I am, where I'm going, to find my own identity. I really like it. It's just, it was like a page turner. I never thought I would like it so much that I did. She had, of course, her marriages, and she knows some celebrities, and she meets like very interesting people down the line, and she goes through changes, and she goes through sorrow like everybody else. And I love the way it's been written. It's sort of like kind of like touched me, and I felt like she was pretty honest and pretty raw in some stages in this book. So I highly recommend it to read it, and I definitely enjoyed it. I feel like I know Jane a lot more now. The Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. That looks like that. This is, it says, a rare and utterly engaging story. It tells the extraordinary tale of a geisha summoning up a quarter century from 1929 to the post-war years of Japan's dramatic history, and opening a window into a half-hidden world of erotism and enchantment, exploitation and degradation. This is a story about a girl in Japan. She's been forced to leave her parents' place. She's been sold into a geisha house, and her sister been sold to some other houses, and there she meets the geisha of the house, and then she meets the mother of the house, and she tries to find her sister as well, and they try to make her like a new geisha in the years to come. Anyway, we see her through the years, and in a transformation of her to being a geisha, and her struggles and her rivals, and she meets a guy then, and the geishas, they can't meet guys and they can't have relationships. It's pretty interesting and it's pretty captivating. And while I was reading this book, I had in my head, like, I made a whole new world, of Japan, and I could smell the tea and the cherry blossoms and everything. I don't know, it was like it's just captivating, and I really loved it. I loved it so much that I researched more of the world of the geisha in Japan in that era, and I highly recommend it. Definitely a page turner, and definitely something that I will read over and over. Angels and Demons of Dan Brown. When a world-renowned scientist is found brutally murdered, Harvard professor Robert Langton is summoned to identify a mysterious symbol seared into the dead man's chest. His conclusion: it is the work of the Illuminati, a secret brotherhood presumed extinct for nearly 400 years, now reborn to continue their bitter vendetta against their sworn enemy, the Catholic Church. In Rome, the College of Cardinals assembles to elect a new pope, yet somewhere within the walls of the Vatican, an unstoppable bomb of terrifying power relentlessly counts down to oblivion. With each revelation comes another twist, another turn in the plot, which leaves Langton reeling and at the mercy of a seemingly invisible enemy. So this book is really good. It's a page turner if you like that thriller kind of, like, fast and mystery. The plot is set in Rome, which I really love being there, and it's an amazing city as well, Bella Italia. I love it. If you like mystery about a little bit, religion and Vatican and Rome and thrillers, and you don't know what's happened next, highly recommend that. It's the Da Vinci Code from the Dan Brown. He has the same character, Robert Langton, it's in this book as well. And it says, Harvard professor Robert Langton receives an urgent late-night phone call while on business in Paris this time. The elderly curator of the Louvre has been brutally murdered inside the museum. Alongside the body, police have found a series of baffling codes. As Langton and a gifted French cryptologist, Sophie Neveu, begin to sort through the bizarre riddles, they are stunned to find a trail that reveals a mystery stretching deep into the vault of history. A stunning historical truth will be lost forever. Amazing plot as well. Page turner, as I said, mystery, where it's set in Paris this time. Beautiful. Been in Paris as well, and been in the Louvre, and it's amazing. I love Paris. Beautiful city, and I love France in general. And yeah, it's fantastic, guys. If you're interested in something that you don't have to think, it's not boring, it's a page turner, it's fast, and it's like with secrets, and you don't know, and secret codes and all that sort. It has a little bit like in that what's happening next kind of thing. And I will highly recommend if you're looking for a page turner as well. The Tale of Halcyon Crane by Wendy Webb. When a mysterious letter lands in Hailey James' mailbox, her life is upended. Hailey was raised by her loving father, having been told her mother died in a fire decades earlier. But it turns out her mother Madeline was alive until very recently. Why would Hailey's father have taken her away from Madeline? what really happened to her family 30 years ago. In search of answers, Hallie travels to the place her mother lived, a remote island in the middle of the Great Lakes. Hallie just can't shake that the feeling that strange things are starting to happen. I love this story. It's like fast as well. It's not boring at all. It captivates you from the start. I really love that book because it's in the Great Lakes, and you have that foggy mystery of the Great Lakes, and the island, it's like some sort of like captivating ghostly atmosphere. If you like, you know, ghosts and mysteries, I highly recommend that, by Wendy Webb. So I read it over and over, and it's one of my favorite books. It's The Taker by Alma Katsu, and the trilogy is The Reckoning, and then you have The Descent. I love all the trilogy, but I encourage you to start with The Taker. Amazing. It says an immortal love story. It's not exactly like a love story. I would say mostly it's a historical, paranormal fiction book. When Dr. Luke Finley turns up to the hospital shift in the small town of St. Andrews, Maine, he's expecting just another evening of minor injuries and domestic disputes. But instead, Lenore McIntyre walks into his life and changes it forever. For Lani is a woman with a past. Lani McIntyre is unlike anyone Luke has ever met. Hers is a story of love and betrayal that defies time and transcends mortality. But this tale cannot end until Lani's demons are finally put to the rest. Her 200 years on this earth have seen her seduced by both decadence and brutality, an unforgettable novel about the power of love to elevate and sustain, but also to blind and ultimately destroy. It's very twisted. I wouldn't suggest it to very young readers. It's not for young readers because it can be like brutally twisted, and it has some like scenes that I wouldn't recommend to young readers. But all in all, it's like captivating. It's, if you like paranormal, if you like historical, if you like magic, it has a bit of magic and all that sort, you will love that. It's amazing, and I really loved the second book, The Reckoning and The Descent. So Alma, well done. The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley, that looks like that, and this is a historical novel. It's about like King Arthur, and you know, all that, Lancelot and Guinevere and Avalon, and you know, the goddesses and all that era. It's quite a long book, and it has a lot of details, but I loved it, and I highly recommend it if you like historical books about, like, you know, King Arthur's and legends and knights and, you know, goddesses and all that era. It has a lot of detail, but absolutely love it. It's a book that I read over and over, and I really like how, because there's been many movies about King Arthur and Lancelot and all that era, and I really like how that book gives that story. It's really captivating. Yes, it has a lot of details, but you know, every time I read it, I get something more. I highly recommend The Mists of Avalon. Very good historical fiction. From Kat Von D, it's the Tattoo Chronicles, and I really love this book. It says, by detailing the stories and sharing some of the crazy rants that have saved me from myself in these blood books of mine, I'm hoping that those things in life and love that were the hardest for me to overcome will become a little bit more understandable for those going through similar experiences. It shares about, you know, the person that she's done the tattoo, what she's been going through, a little bit about her life. I really love the letters, like the style of the love letters the book has, and it's amazing. I mean, I don't have any tattoos and I'm thinking of getting one. If you're interested in something like totally different, she writes about her tattoos, about her artwork, about her relationship with the customers and everything, and how about, you know, what was happening in her life and everything, and she puts it with a beautiful, simple, cool way. So Kat is definitely a cool chick, and I will highly recommend this book, even if you don't have tattoos like me and you're just interested into something very interesting to read. It's not boring at all, and it's amazing. If you like this video and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know if you want me to do more of these videos or not. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Love you lots. Bye.